Okay, so it's a completely drop-dead gorgeous day out today, so I thought I would make one more video and just chill outside because it's fucking beautiful out and I don't want to go back in and clean yet. But I thought I would do a quick video about hygiene and depression because I just did a video about cleaning and depression, but hygiene and depression is also one that's related, not quite the same though, because cleaning is more about your surroundings and hygiene is more about taking care of yourself. Now, you want to have good hygiene, no matter who you are, but especially if you have depression, like going through the motions of like taking a shower every morning and making sure that you're clean and that you look good and that it all feeds back into itself, right? So, Jelly Bean, come here, baby. You're too far. Beanie, come here. Jelly Bean, come here. Come here, Beanie baby. See, she's a brat. She doesn't like to listen to me. Yeah, you're such a good girl. Anyway, so when you're depressed, though, sometimes it can be hard to get yourself motivated to even take a shower. It's like, oh my god. Then it's like, oh my god, I can't even get motivated to take a shower. How the fuck am I supposed to go through the rest of my day? And that's why the personal hygiene part of it is so important. It's like, you gotta have that routine. You gotta do it every single morning. You can't skip. And especially if you skip, it's like, you make it worse for yourself, you know? Jelly Bean, come on. You make it worse for yourself. And then on top of feeling depressed and having no motivation, you feel gross. You know, maybe you're okay the first day, and like the first day you have no motivation and you don't take a shower. Well, it's okay. Like, that's one thing. But then it's the continuation of it, you know? And you don't want to live like that. And if you're looking for a way to try to get yourself to be more motivated in your day-to-day, then taking a shower every day, making sure that you smell and look good and that you're not all greasy, it's a good idea, you know? And like, another part of it is like making sure that you're like trying to make yourself look decent, at least, you know, the best that you can with what you're working with at the time. This means if you're overweight, to go ahead and like try to lose some weight, because being healthy and looking good is always a good thing. And look at this little fucking brat. She wanders off again. Hey, come here, Jelly Bean. Hey, come here. See, that's my neighbor's walkway, and my neighbor's up there because she's moving, and so she's walking around a lot, and my dog hears her, so she's like really intense on it. Come here, baby. Come here. Being a little turd. So then, you know, if you don't keep good hygiene, also, it's like, it's really hard to want to go out when you feel like you stink or something. It's like, if you haven't taken a shower for a week, you don't necessarily, like, want to go, you know, out to eat or to the mall or hang out with friends or anything like that. Like, that's like the last thing on your mind. The first thing is like, I feel depressed and ew, I'm so gross. Who the fuck would want to see me right now? Like, I'm not going out in public like this. And it also makes you depressed. You know, your sense of anxiety and stuff worse, you know? Keeping yourself clean, first of all, it's good for you. Second of all, just taking a shower in the morning. That's like, I feel like just being immersed in water in the first place is like really beneficial to humans in the first place. So like getting that daily dose or whatever, I think that's why we are so drawn to the water and, you know, pools and stuff like that. Obviously not everyone, but a good portion of society and whatnot is. And so, I don't know, you have to keep yourself clean, you know, and like trying to make yourself look good, because when you look good, you feel good. You know, your outer self is a bit of a reflection of your inner self, and I mean that to the extent of which you have control. Now, if you're 5'2", there's nothing that's going to make you taller. If you're 350 pounds because you eat cheeseburgers every day, you can do something about that. And it'll make you feel better and it'll help you with your depression. But even like keeping up on your haircuts and making sure that you're wearing nice looking clothing. And I know this is all like a little shit, but it's like there's a reason why these are good things to do. You need to care about these things, because when you start to care about these things, right, like they're important to you. You have something that's important to you. You have something to work towards, you know? And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good motivator. If you're like, my motivation is to look good because it makes me feel good about myself, that's a good motivator. Anything that makes you feel good about yourself, you know? I'm not saying take it to an extreme where you have to be the vainest person on the planet, but it's like, if you've got a haircut that makes you look like a complete doofus or looks terrible or something, you know, go get yourself a haircut. Go style it differently. They're not that expensive. If you're having a hard time, you know, or you don't think you look good in your clothes or whatever, go out to a Goodwill or a Ross Dress for Less if you don't have a lot of money, or just go buy new clothing, and don't make a big deal about it, like especially if you're overweight, about, oh my god, I'm not gonna fit into anything. Like, no, you're gonna fit into shit. You just have to pick the stuff that is actually built for your body. If you're a heavier girl, go to some place like Torrid, or I have never had a problem finding stuff at like Ross Dress for Less, although my max weight was probably 230 pounds. And I've lost about 20 pounds over the last couple years since that. So yeah, just keeping a good, you know, control over, you know, your hygiene. It's all things that feed into your depression. It's like, if you're not taking care of yourself in so many different ways, you know, there's lots of ways to take care of yourself. You need to be taking care of yourself in multiple ways. And it will make you feel better. And the way that people respond to you will be different the more that you take care of yourself. People like being around people who take care of themselves, who are strong, who have their shit together, who aren't gonna be falling apart, you know, at every moment. It's just the way we are. You know, you look at the guy with the greasy long hair who looks like he's socially awkward and you know, might be a serial killer or something. You're gonna stay away from that guy. If someone doesn't look like they take care of themselves at all, you don't want to be with them. Even if you're not the type of person who thinks that, you know, everybody needs to be, you know, independent or self-reliant or whatever. Even if you're the type of person who's cool with like dependency and stuff like that, like nobody wants to be around somebody who just completely lets it all go, who just gives no shits whatsoever. And I know with the depression it's really hard to give a fuck, but you have to at least try. So my suggestion, because hygiene is so important, Make it a goal to take a shower every single morning. I swear to God, it'll make you feel more motivated. It'll help you wake up in the morning. It'll help you get out of your funk a little bit, because you take a shower, you get dressed, and then you're more ready for the day. You're more ready to tackle the day. You've surpassed something already. And if you're really depressed, and you are you're in the type of depression right now where it's like, I'm so depressed, I can't even get off the fucking couch and whatnot, and so on and so forth. What you need to do is just take a shower every day to start off with. Just try that. Build that as a habit, because once you get that shower done, you're gonna start to feel better. I always feel better after a shower, and here's a great coping skill that isn't gonna cost you a shit ton of money, that isn't gonna make you get fat, that really isn't gonna hurt you in any way. If you just take a shower whenever you're anxious or upset or depressed, you know, just get in there. Let that warm water run over your body and soothe you, you know? It's good for you. So, that's the deal with, like, hygiene and depression and stuff. It's all interconnected. It's all really important, you know? Look at the bees. I like the bees. So, just maintain your hygiene. And you'll be surprised. Things will get better for you, you know? Like, the way people will treat you will be differently, and the way that you perceive the world will be differently. Just, you gotta take care of yourself. Alright, you guys have a great day. Hopefully this helps somebody.